Whether you believe in prayer or not, you've been practicing a form of prayer already in these past 10 days. You just didn't know it. Now, before I begin, I'm not going to get into heavy-duty Bible theology or philosophical blah, blah, blahs. You can figure that out on your own. And whatever I say, take what you can accept, and the things that you can't, just put it to the side, because I couldn't accept all this at first either, and the more I've gotten to know some other aspects scientifically and otherwise, it makes all the sense in the world. But I'm not going to try and dump all that on you tonight. Just listen and take what you can and leave what you can't. So anyway, many people believe prayer is asking God, begging God, or a higher power, depending on how or what you believe, to do something for you or on your behalf. I know the Bible very, very well. And a lot of things, even though I believed, did not make a whole lot of sense to me growing up and through the years. I never could reconcile some of the ways it was interpreted to what I experienced and observed. And I do believe God is consistent, and I saw a lot of inconsistencies. So I'm not going to get into any deep philosophical stuff here, but I would like to share with you my better understanding of prayer, and I hope that you will enjoy the uncomplicatingness of it, if you will. So I see posts on Facebook all the time to pray for this person, this situation. And many times it seems like people are actually asking you to worry with them or fret with them. And I want to kind of address that in a way that we can all, benefit from. There's really no need to worry or fret at all if you're praying in the intended way. So let me explain that. And by the way, if you'd like more info on this topic, I will happily provide links. So just ask. Like I said, I can't get into all the details. It would take a long time. But if you have time on your hands, you're doing a long drive, let me know. I'll send you some stuff. So I'm going to refer to the Lost Gospel of Thomas, verse 106, translated from the Nag Hammadi Library. Don't roll your eyes just yet. Anyway, it says, when you make the two, thought and emotion, one, you will say to the mountain, move away, and the mountain will move away. Now, no one's heard of the Lost Gospel of Thomas because in the 4th century, they edited it out. And wouldn't it have been nice to know this, because it would have made a lot more sense with the verses surrounding it about asking and receiving and etc. Anyway, back to the subject. So when the two become one in our heart, thought and emotion, our imagination, our feeling behind it, we create the feeling in our bodies or situation or circumstance to bring it to pass. And the verse, ask and you shall receive. The asking is not done with, thinking outside of yourself, like I'm going to go and get something. It's actually right there. Even the Bible says the answer's right inside of you, on your tongue. Asking is actually the feeling. It creates the electromagnetic waves that brings the answer to you, literally. Like I said, just hang with me. Just kind of let that deposit. You don't have to do anything with it. Your brain can't figure this out, but your heart can. Your intuition can. Your spirit, whatever you want to call it. So, on to get this Gospel of Thomas again. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping around, but just hang with me. How to ask. So, basically, in the Gospel of Thomas, it says, ask without hidden motive and be surrounded by your answer. Be enveloped by what you desire, that your gladness be full. That's literally what it's translated to for the Aramaic. Be surrounded. Feel as if your answer has already happened. Feel the feeling first as if it's already happened. And this is when your thought and emotion become one and your prayer is quote unquote answered. Remember, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And whether you realize it or not, prayer is actually scientifically provable if you're doing it accurately. Combining that intangible thought and feeling together with that something that you can't see, seeing it as done, and just continuing like as you go along to be led to the next step and the next step and the next step. Now, I didn't intend to get into this subject. It's kind of deep, but because we have someone in our group who's experiencing some pretty serious issues going on right now, I thought this would be really appropriate and interesting. Like I said, I hope you don't just say, okay, Melissa's gone off the deep end and she's crazy. I promise you, I'm going to kind of tie all this together. And like I said, just take what you can, leave what you don't care to acquiesce to. That's fine. No big deal. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. And once again, please continue your creative imagination sessions. And every day it's going to take you a step further. You're going to kind of like, oh, I'm going to go this direction now. And it's going to take you a step further to where do you want to go. But just continue on your daily meditations and stay tuned for day 13. Oh my gosh.